Today we've got the spotlight on the city of Sydney, Australia's harbour city and the beating heart of our national economy. Despite having some of the highest property prices in the country, demand here remains incredibly strong, making Sydney a market that investors simply cannot ignore. Sydney sits on the iconic harbour, framed by the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, and is globally recognised as one of the most desirable places to live and work. Its position as Australia's financial and cultural capital ensures it continues to attract residents, businesses and visitors from all over the world. The lifestyle benefits of Sydney are unmatched. Residents enjoy world-class amenities from the bustling Darling Harbour and Circular Quay precincts to the historic Rocks, Chinatown and the globally famous Bondi Beach. The city is also home to major entertainment venues, elite universities and international sporting arenas, all supported by an expanding $63 billion Sydney Metro network that's redefining public transport across the metropolitan area. The City of Sydney local government area is currently home to around 232,000 people, with forecasts showing strong growth to more than 300,000 by 2046. It's also one of the most diverse LGAs in Australia, drawing a high proportion of international students, professionals and renters, with 54% of households renting, creating significant ongoing demand for both housing and apartments. Sydney's economy is vast and varied, generating more than $142 billion in output each year and contributing 6% of Australia's total economic activity. The CBD is home to 1 in 3 ASX top 100 companies, alongside tens of thousands of small businesses. Knowledge and innovation industries are a major growth focus, with the Tech Central precinct at Central Station set to create 25,000 new jobs and house 100 scale-ups. The city is also supported by world-class medical and education institutions, including the University of Sydney, UTS, Notre Dame, and hospitals such as the Royal Prince Alfred and St Vincent's hospitals. Now let's talk property. House prices are among the highest in the nation, ranging from $1.18 million in Waterloo to more than $2.5 million in Darlinghurst. Apartments are more accessible, from $661,000 in Ultimo to $1.65 million in Millers Point. But affordability is a constant challenge, and the dominance of the unit market raises questions about supply meeting long-term demand. Growth has been mixed across the city. Darlinghurst houses rose 14% in the last year, and Millers Point apartments jumped 41%. But not all suburbs performed this strongly. Premium markets continue to outperform, while others have been more subdued, highlighting the uneven nature of Sydney's property market. Vacancy rates are tight, often under 2%, with some suburbs like Erskineville and Alexandria below 1%. Rents are high, averaging between $993 to $1,150 a week for houses and $595 to $1,150 for apartments. Yields are modest. For houses, they're between 2.5% and 2.9%, but for units, between 3.7% to 6.4%. Billions of dollars in infrastructure and development are transforming Sydney's future. Major projects include the $14 billion Western Harbour Tunnel and the Warringah Freeway upgrade, the $940 million redevelopment of the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital, and the $836 million new Sydney Fish Market at Glebe. Tech Central at Central Station will soon deliver multiple new towers, including Atlassian's $1.5 billion hybrid timber and steel tower. Meanwhile, landmark residential projects like One Circular Quay and the 80-storey 505 George Street Tower are reshaping the city skyline. Together, these projects are cementing Sydney's role as Australia's premier economic, cultural and innovation hub. Sydney remains a premier market with world-class infrastructure, strong demand and global appeal. But affordability changes, uneven growth and sensitivity to global shifts mean it's not always without risk. For investors, Sydney does offer opportunity, but at a price, and a careful suburb selection is critical.